Apple Vision Pro dropped in February. Not only do I think the world is ready for spatial computing, but I think Apple Vision Pro is the right product at the right time.
No, I don't think so. I think it's...
No, come on, Bruce.
I think the product is too clunky, it's glitchy, it's heavy. The headset weighs up to like 1.5 pounds. It has a separate battery pack that you need to carry around, which only lasts 2 hours. Like, I just don't think the technology is there for people to want to use this product.
Okay, I think that's wrong. I think that, sure, Apple may be a little heavier than Meta Quest, but Apple's also sleeker. It's a smoother interface for people to use, and it's a big breakthrough in hand and eye tracking. So think of your eyes as the mouse and then your hand as the button. And so it really easily lets people pick the apps that they're gonna use.
That's all great, but like it still makes people sick. The technology isn't there to like really take advantage of this ecosystem. It's still not user-friendly, and I don't think it's really there for any VR headset.
Okay, I would argue that VR headsets have actually been around for a really long time. The very first VR headset was actually created in the 1960s, so people have been experimenting with this technology for so long. I think you can say that it wasn't there in the 1980s, but today it's definitely there. There was a PricewaterhouseCoopers survey that showed that 50% of all US businesses were using VR or planning to use VR in at least one dedicated line of business, and that was in 2022. So think about where we are now.
I don't think you can support a project like Apple Vision Pro on just, marketing to businesses. I know the research firm Circana said that sales of VR and AR headsets fell 40% in 2023. So yeah, I just don't see the customer base there for VR headsets or the Vision Pro.
Yeah, but that was in 2023. Apple Vision Pro came out in 2024. So I think that's not really relevant to Apple Vision Pro. Sure, maybe the market wasn't there in 2023. Apple's bringing a lot of attention to VR headsets, and I think that more people are gonna wanna buy VR headsets because Apple brought this product to market. And maybe it's in beta mode right now, but think about the iPhone and the first iPod. Those maybe weren't necessarily 100% there when the first products came out, but look at where they are now, Smartphones are basically synonymous with the iPhone. I mean, I don't even say the word smartphone. I use the word iPhone sometimes even when I'm talking about Android, which just doesn't make sense, but that's how ubiquitous iPhones are.
Well, that was iPhone. Well, now we're talking about a whole different thing. I think what made iPhone such a success was that it was so easy to use. People were like just clicking on a touchscreen. The VR headset, it's not as seamless as Apple's other products, and it's also collecting a lot of data that iPhones didn't collect. It's collecting, your eye tracker. It has a whole bunch of cameras that like film your physical space. There's lots of opportunities for people to take advantage or exploit those, security issues. It's a huge problem. It's a privacy issue.
Apple, if anything, has been better about privacy concerns than, say, Meta.
I know we've seen like Amazon have similar issues with their, home speakers, and that's just a speaker. Like, can you imagine having a device that's recording like 360 around your whole physical space? That's
not a concern right now, and I think the benefits of this technology far outweighs the concern. There are so many pros to VR technology, and having a product like Apple Vision Pro in this space is only going to shine more light on that. VR technology is being used by children with cancer in hospitals for pain management. It's being used by veterans for behavioral therapy and pain management. There's also cases where VR technology can help improve empathy. So it's got a lot of uses in DEI training. There are so many ways that VR technology is changing the world. It's even being used in outer space by astronauts to help their mental health.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. For $3,500, you could try it out yourself. Thank you for watching. Check out QZ.com for more.